Hey everyone, it's me Ari Does it, quick video. There is this reel on Instagram that a lot of people have been responding to. And it goes like this. A woman tells a situation. She went to a family meeting with her husband. Her brother begins to call her mean names. The husband tells the brother to stop doing that. It's not okay. The brother continued, even called the sister a whore. Then the husband knocks out the brother. Mind you, the brother did not attack his sister, who was the wife of the husband. No, he didn't do that. So the husband turned to violence. Now, a lot of people in the comment sections are praising the husband, say, well, the husband did the right thing. And now the husband told her, you either choose me or your family. And she has a hard time choosing. And people say in the comment section, well, you have to choose your husband. He should protect her. People are praising the husband. Listen, and there were only two comments in the comment section on Instagram that spoke sense. And there were two comments that came down to the following. They said, no, you don't just knock people. You don't turn physical on people just because saying mean words. You don't do that. I said, thank you. At least the people using their common sense over here. Now let's look at the whole situation now. This man married a woman. Before he married her, it was his obligation and duty to find out what he was getting himself involved with. I mean, if this woman's family was toxic towards her, it was her responsibility and obligation as a grown woman to either sever ties with her family or to lower contact with them. She's a grown woman, she's not a child anymore. And this grown man that married her should figure out what type of woman I'm dealing with. Now, if the woman you're dealing with has a toxic family that she does want to admit is toxic and she's not willing to process it and even decide better for herself, why are you even with her? If she doesn't even desire better for herself, you think she's going to decide better for you if you're a husband? No. You'll be killing yourself with a toxic woman that will track you down. And if you do that, that's on you. Okay, but let's say now you and your wife are at a family gathering. You're not at home, you're on their property. And one of her siblings began to attack her verbally. Your wife should be telling you, hey, one of my siblings is attacking me verbally. You know what? Let's get out of here. Peacefully leave the situation. Simple as that. Or if your wife is not aware she's actually being mistreated, you say, need to go. You and your wife leave. And then you lower contact with those relatives, and then you discuss on the phone. If there's no change, no contact anymore. Simple as that. For this man to stay in that situation with his wife, and then for him to ask the situation into physical violence, he's wrong. If this would have gone to a court of law, any judge would have sided with the brother that was knocked down. Okay, the brother was wrong. Even judge would say that he went too far, even after warning. But nevertheless, first of all, it's not on the husband's property. If it was in his house that the brother was talking shit like that to his wife, he could have not used violence, he could use force to get the man out or call the cops, whatever. But even then, just using violence wouldn't be tolerated by any law. And here's another thing. If that brother would have sued him, he would have a felony and a criminal record. What then? He's going to be known as a man who can't control his own emotions, will lash out when he's upset. How will that work out for you? Listen, all these people in the comment section, they're on Instagram. If that husband will be arrested by the police for assault and he needs to go to court, are they willing to pay for his court fees? If he's convicted and has a criminal record, are they willing to make effort for him to help him get jobs and all that? No. They'll say, well, you're a grown man, you got this, blah, blah, blah. I want you to learn the following. Just because people are praising you doesn't mean they're supporting you. A lot of people in that comment section on Instagram are reacting out of emotion. Oh, he insulted your wife. Oh my God. There needs to be consequences, blah, blah, blah. They don't think clearly. You don't just enforce consequences just because you're upset. If someone physically attacks your wife and then you knock them out only to protect your wife, you didn't beat them up to offload anger. So you just knock them to get them off your wife and you leave, that would be different. But you don't go initiate a physical fight just because you're upset with how they're treating your wife. You're not doing that. That's not manly at all. But this husband was called king by some of the people on Instagram. I thought to myself, what? Listen, this video isn't just for the men out there who are listening. It's for everyone who listens to this. Do not keep yourself in a bad situation and then use that as excuse when you escalate. That husband should tell his wife, listen, these people here don't treat you well. I'm not okay with this. We need to get out of here. If the wife doesn't want to leave, then you leave without your wife. And then you tell your wife, we need to check whether we can continue with this marriage. Because I can't be with a wife that's okay with people mistreating her. What the heck is this? But this man was not manly enough to do what was best. He did what people expected of him. And you know what? Better if that brother did not press a lawsuit against him. Because if he would have pressed charge against him, he would have gotten a criminal record. He would have gone to jail. And if that would happen, he would have lost his job or whatever else. And listen to what I'm saying here, guys. And also you ladies, violence never solves anything. Violence may stop one situation, but it will be a precedent for worse. There is no situation where violence is the answer. There's a difference between violence and force. I explained it already. Force is when you use your strength to make something happen or you to prevent something worse from happening. If they're kidnappers kidnapping a child, and you smack them down and rescue the child, that'll be force. But if you keep on smacking the people, going crazy on them, that's violence. Using force in a forceful way to prevent a worse situation, people can live with that. Courthouse can justify that to some extent. But for you to go wild, escalating on people because you don't have your way, what type of pathetic shit is that? What type of pathetic shit is that? Listen, in life, bad things happen. In life, you will encounter people who are either toxic or they are being used by demons or they're playing evil. You're going to encounter people that will cause trouble. Some cause big trouble, some cause small trouble, but you're going to encounter people like that. What do you do with people like that? Are you going to attack them? Try and control them? No. You'll peacefully disengage from them. As a matter of fact, as far as you can, even avoid being around these people to begin with. But you don't engage people like that. And then when engagement becomes worse and worse, you resort to violence, quote unquote, defend yourself or your honor. You shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. A lot of people resort to violence and they end up in prison. And they were saying it's self-defense, self-defense. But even their lawyer would tell them, sorry, I can't help you, it's not self-defense. If you could have walked away and be out of the situation, but you didn't do it, you chose that bad situation. So you chose that escalation. Even if the other party was wrong for attacking you, it's not self-defense anymore. If they would have attacked you out of the blue, physically, just like that, and you knocked them out, okay, and then you walked away, that would be self-defense. If they attack you and you keep beating them up because they attacked you, it's not self-defense. You're the perpetrator. Also now. Or if the tension is building up and you don't leave the bad situation, And then you end up having to defend yourself because they attack you. You chose to be there. Listen, for both men and women, listen to this. Do not engage bad situations. Because the moment you do, you are not a victim anymore. You cease being a victim. People may give you sympathy if you escalate in a bad situation. But those same people will turn on you if they now have to pay the costs of the decision you made. Then say, hey, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman, leave us alone. Just because people praise you doesn't mean they support you or they're on your side. Do not engage bad situations. Leave peacefully while you can. That's it for now. Keep on in Christ and be at peace.